Did you know that Black enslaved people fasted during the holy month of Ramadan? And in honor of it being Black History Month and it also being Ramadan next month, with me being a Black American Muslim, I want to share a little bit about my own history. A couple of years ago, my father and I co authored this article called Ramadan in America and the Revolutionary Act of Fasting During Slavery. This is my dad, Muhammad, and on my paternal side, we are multi generationally Muslim. What a lot of people don't know is that upwards of like 75 to 80% of the enslaved Africans were Muslims. So in the article, we talk about how African Muslims were coming to North America in the late 1400s / early 1500s. And in the article, we talk about this man right here, Omar ibn Said. He was a Senegalese scholar who observed the fast of Ramadan in open defiance of prevailing Protestant religious indoctrination of slaves and even wrote his own autobiography in Arabic. And some of those writings you can actually find in the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. One of the things that we know about Omar ibn Said is that he would be forced to write Bible verses and he would actually be inscripting Quranic verses onto paper. In this passage here, we talked about enslaved Muslims in Georgia who observed the fast and they would give rice cakes to other slaves, which became known as saraka. And if you're unfamiliar with Islamic tradition, there is a term known as sadaqah, which is a non-obligatory charity. So imagine, you're an enslaved person. You're barely getting scraps of food to eat, but you are giving it away to other slaves in order to preserve your faith and keep your Islamic cultural tradition. There's so much evidence of Black Muslims in America and how it is that Black Muslims kept the Islamic tradition. We also talked about how enslaved Muslims would also communicate in Arabic, and what a lot of you may not have known and research has shown that the Islamic call to prayer and the recitation of the Quran by enslaved Muslims was actually the soul behind what it is that we know as Negro spirituals and the blues. And if you want to read the article, you can click the link in my bio.